Hello, welcome to the Peaceful Wood Turner. I've been seeing a number of videos, just like everybody else, I tend to watch videos on YouTube and things like that and get ideas. So I've seen a number of videos where people have worked with some glued up segmented blocks, and I decided to give it a try. Now actually I did try with this block previously, and I discovered that I had some problems with the way I had glued it up and the pieces that I had on the end. To put it simply, I've got here some pine and some oak, which is probably a really bad combination going from something so soft to something so hard. And I really was not able to get my spur to really latch in well on the oak. So I put a couple pieces of pine on the ends. This should give me some more bite. I'll get this spur drive started and we'll get going. Okay, I have my piece mounted here on the lathe. I'm going to start off with the rough and gouge. I have the lathe set right now to about 680 RPM. See how that goes. I'm not really sure that's going to be the right speed. And let's get started. Big tear out there. Getting close to round in the middle, which is really the area I'm trying to work. Got a number of really bad tear outs. Clearly the direction I'm going on the grain is not the best choice. That's better. Alright, see if I can get some of these tear outs out. Fun. Let's see if I can get some of these tear outs out and try to smooth this off a little bit more. I've still got a couple of flat spots, but it's mostly pretty round. Let's see what we can do here. I'm avoiding the ends, obviously, because of all the tear outs at the ends. I don't want to lose all strength. Catching really badly right here. You can see why I would catch here every time. So I'm going to have to come in there very, very gently, very, very slowly. See if I can take some of that out. Coming very, very slowly. I'm just not quite getting it. Smoothed off some of it. Need to sit right about here and just come really gently. Real slow right at the seam. Excellent. Again, right here at the edge. Alright, let's see how we've done with that tear out. Smoothed out a lot of it. I'm still catching a bit, but it's much smoother. I'm kind of proud of myself for being able to figure that out and fix it a little bit. Still going to work on this section. I need to work on this section too. Every time I get into that one section, I catch. Really need to come in there really slowly and just kind of take out whatever's the problem. A lot of catches again. Gotta slow myself down a little bit. Almost completely round in this area. And not even close over here. I've got a big bite taken out right there. Almost completely round, and almost all of the gouges taken out. Okay, I think I've decided what I want to do with this piece. I think I'm going to make it into a candlestick. Just kind of looking like a candlestick to me while it's turning. So I'm going to reset, get ready for the next part. I'm going to do a series of coves and beads following the basic lines of the wood here. Well, that was a learning experience. The piece broke off before I was even most of the way through it. You can see here there was still a lot of meat left, but just the way the grain is and the type of wood that I'm using, it decided to give way pretty quickly. So I'm going to have to keep that in mind. But I did have it down almost to where I was ready to start sanding, so I think I'm going to do the sanding now. So I have a 320 sandpaper. Sanding off nicely, still have some rough spots there. Try to get those out. We are almost there. I think it's time for a fresh piece of sandpaper. Here we are, a fresh piece of 320 grit. Look at that, we are almost there. A little bit right here, a little bit right there. Just those spots where we had some tear out. I might decide to go with a more aggressive sandpaper to try to get some of that out. This is the part where my patience gets challenged. So I have a piece of 120 grit. I'm going to try to go a little bit more aggressive here. That's looking much prettier. There we go, I like that. Alright, I'm going to finish sanding with a 320 grit at about 2600 RPM. Alright, that's looking pretty good. Now it's just time to apply our finish. Alright, since everything about this piece is an experiment and it's time to start finishing, I decided to try using a candle. Being that this is going to be a candlestick, I figured kind of made sense. See all the wax flying off. It's kind of cool. Alright. Now let's just buff it out with some cheesecloth. Oops. I am really liking this. It's got a beautiful color. It's getting a nice shine to it. Kind of wonder what would happen if I used the colored wax. Let's see how that looks. Really pretty. It's kind of interesting how there's a light and a dark to it. Well, depending on where it is on the grain. But I really like that. So now it's just time to finish off the ends and put a little spot for the candle to go. Okay, I've got my drill press stand set so that I can just make a couple of holes. I'm going to start by drilling the base just to take out a little bit and make it a little flatter on the bottom. Because right now it's got some high spots, and no matter how I sand, because of the way the bottom is, it's going to always have a little bit of a high spot. I think if I take out the center a little bit, then I'll be able to make it a little more concave and it'll stand a little straighter. So we're going to start by making small holes. Isn't quite as well centered as I planned, but I think I should be able to sand that down a little flatter. I'm going to give that a sanding, and then I'll make my hole here for the candle. Okay, sanded down the bottom, and I'm ready to make my hole for the candle itself. Obviously that would work better with a Forstner bit, give it a little bit smoother finish and a little bit flatter bottom. However, all in all, I think that worked out pretty well. I'm going to sand that, give it a little finish, and we'll take a look at how it worked out.